How you doing, Day One?
Doing all right today. How you doing, sir?
Pretty good. Obviously, just I'm glad to see that you're coming back. I haven't seen you in a couple of weeks, but that could either be a good thing or a bad thing. How are you feeling today?
I'm actually feeling pretty good coming in. Just kind of an overall checkup. The reason why I haven't been coming back in a couple of weeks, I've been feeling like myself,
Okay.
and I felt like I'd come to this session. I owe it to you, just to kind of give you an update on how I've been feeling. But to speak positively, it has been a pro.
Okay.
Not being here in a couple of weeks because I did feel definitely improvement. But like I said, this session I felt like today with me coming in wasn't a negative. Like I kind of moved backward, but definitely like I've been doing pretty good.
Okay. So as far as I know, you said that it's been pretty much like a positive thing going
Yeah,
on, and that's good. Obviously, that in terms of you are not so dependent on coming to these sessions just to feel good,
yeah,
just to feel okay. So that's amazing. The fact that you are starting to feel like yourself and you are starting to take the right precautions to get back to that successful state of having a healthy well being and just feeling like yourself, like you said.
yeah.
How are the goals going? I know we talked about trying to write things down of just what you want to do for that week or that day.
Mm-hmm.
How's that going?
Definitely the goals helped. That was a great suggestion to do.
Mm-hmm.
Because definitely daily I'm finding that those little wins. And weekly looking back on my like week, how my week went, definitely feeling positive on it. And so I think having that daily goal led to a weekly goal, and overall just kind of cascaded in me feeling positive, which
Mm-hmm.
is definitely an improvement. Like I've been saying the last couple of sessions, it's like I've been in that funk, and I definitely haven't had that. Definitely, like I said, definitely improvement with
Mm-hmm.
those daily goals. So I think that was definitely a pro.
Mm-hmm. And now, while we're feeling good, we also want to remember that even though that we're on this high right now, that life is still there.
Mm-hmm.
That we still have to go through things, and it's amazing that you're doing good. But also keep in mind, remember this feeling, and remember the steps that you're taking to feel like this. And even though some days might not be perfect, like we talked about,
Yeah.
there are like those good moments where we can build off those things. And seeing how you're growing within these sessions and just through the weeks of us talking,
Yeah.
it seems that you've been doing great. I can even tell just by your demeanor as you're sitting up straight. You're coming in with a smile, shaking hands, and that's a great sign to see because that lets me know that you're doing good. Your mind is running at a rate there. You're not so stressed.
Yeah.
And
I
how have
definitely.
you been dealing with stress? I know you said in the past it was a big thing, but
Um, I probably still that definitely needs a little work, but I think I'm able to look at it, look at stress, a stressful situation,
okay.
and kind of break it down. Either step away or to just handle it, not to put it on the back burner because I think that's what happens a lot of time. Myself, when I do have stress, I tend to push it off, push it off, push it off, push it off, and then I got all these stressors,
Mm-hmm.
and that's when I feel burnt out. But I think definitely taking it a stressor at a time
Mm-hmm.
definitely helps me realize like these are manageable things. These are just little things, and it makes me realize look at the big picture. Like my life isn't stressful. Like I have a lot of to be thankful about, and those stressors, yeah, don't make me have like a negative outlook anymore,
Mm-hmm.
which is pretty good. I feel like.
And that is great. Like you said, like you take those stressors, and it's good for you to now to work through them and not bottle them up.
Yeah.
I understand you told me that you have your girlfriend as well, right? I know you told me that you talk to her from time to time.
Yeah.
How's that relationship going?
That's probably a super strong one.
Okay.
If I might say, it's definitely a positive one. Definitely is an outlet for me, someone else to talk to. Obviously, she has some bias because she is my girlfriend. That's why
Okay.
you definitely have the unbiased opinion. But she definitely is a source of strength and it's comfort. And that love is hard to put into words,
Mm-hmm.
but having that love there from her that I feel and that I give to her, is something that just can't be traded for. So I think that relationship as a whole is definitely something that's a blessing for me.
And it's definitely a beautiful thing that we can build bonds and relationships with people and that we can trust them.
Yeah.
So I would definitely say that's somebody that's good, not only to confide in other than myself, but I think having her and that support system is great because she can help you work through different problems when you can't see me.
Yeah.
I also wanted to ask, how was school going?
School's going pretty good. Football kind of just ended. Honestly, school is definitely one of the easiest parts of my
Wow.
life I deal with, just
Okay.
because I do feel disciplined in that fact when I'm not in the funk. But when I'm myself, I
Mhm.
definitely get my work done. I don't push it off.
Okay.
Like I said, I haven't been feeling that funk lately, so school's definitely been smooth. Grades are pretty good.
Okay.
So I can't say that's definitely something that's caused me stress because, obviously assignments, but I feel I am capable enough to complete it. So I don't feel like school is a burden at all.
Right. And honestly, that's something that's very exciting to hear because obviously being a student athlete,
Yeah.
sometimes football can be very stressful. And the fact that it's not stressful for you, I feel like you have an advantage on a lot of people. You have something that a lot of people don't have, which is easy mind to rest when it comes to school. So that's great. I understand you just said football just ended. How did that go? Was it stressful or like did you really enjoy it?
It was a little stressful. I was dealing with injury.
Okay.
That could have contributed to some of my funk. Just getting out of that injury, kind of healing, getting back into the flow of things, slowly but surely started to practice, and kind of football ending per se, just until next season. Gives me a little time to heal up, get my mind, body back right. So I think that's probably the biggest pro. Like one door shuts, another door opens. I was injured a little bit, bounced back, and then next semester is the actual season.
Right.
So that's definitely something I'm looking forward to, getting back healthy. So I think football is definitely a big part of my life right now.
Yeah, it definitely is. I mean, and that's great too. And right now we're kind of seeing a kind of a shift in balance. When you were first coming in, it was a lot of stressful things, and your cons outweighed the pros.
Yeah.
And now we're starting to become into a position where we're having a balanced life, which is good, which is very great because obviously now we can put our times to things and we can focus on things that we need to work on. Obviously, football takes up a big part of your time.
Yeah.
It takes up something that you don't always have time to, tap into your feelings or, go to various things. And now that that's over, it gives you the opportunity and a different time slot to pretty much just see how things are going and even just to unwind. I mean, how many times did you ever get to really just unwind?
Yeah, it was kind of hard to during the season, like you said. Now that time freed up, you only get 24 hours in a day. And having that football obligation kind of ceased a little bit, gave the opportunity for me to sit down and reflect and things like that. So I definitely think football ending contributed to having that me time I needed, just kind of analyze my feelings and stuff like that. So I think that was probably a huge pro. Probably the only kind of situation is football is kind of an outlet just to kind of get my mind off things.
Okay.
And now that it's not there, I do think about those things, which is obviously proven to be a positive thing because I'm addressing them, I'm handling them. But I think football ending is probably a good thing for my feelings per se because I get to obviously go to sessions, go to those, sit-ins and stuff like that. So I think that's definitely positive.
That's good. How are your grandparents doing?
Grandparents, pretty good. Definitely, I have a strong relationship with my grandmother. So my mom's mom.
Yeah.
Even though she's a couple states away, I try to keep in touch with her as much as possible. Always on my mind. Definitely, she was in my inner circle for just relationship-wise because she was that source of security, financially, mentally, emotionally. She was there if I needed anything. So she provided a lot of motivation and support for me.
Okay.
So I think my relationship with my grandparents is really strong, but per se, I'd say specifically with my grandmother is excellent.
And again, now we're finding somebody else that's a positive reinforcement in your life.
Yeah.
We have your girlfriend, we have your mom, and I mean, I know you have good friends that are teammates too as well, correct?
Yeah.
I mean, those are great things. Those are three big things and key components to, being able to express yourself, and I'm also glad to see that you have more people in your corner to talk to. I know in the beginning we really couldn't find a lot. We really couldn't see where you could go vent and go have an outlet other than myself and your girlfriend. But now seeing that you have these people in your life and in this corner is very encouraging. I would say it's very uplifting. I would say that I'm proud of you because you're taking the right steps and we're going in the right direction. I feel like these sessions have been helpful. I think, honestly, you have been doing the work. You have been putting yourself in position to where you are gaining a healthy status. You're gaining that exposure to what having a life of expression feels like. And that's something that's big. A lot of people don't know how to express themselves. And the fact that you have an opportunity every day and these people in your life, that's amazing. And I just want to say, I commend you and your bravery and just being in these sessions and seeing how you've been working is unbelievable. So
I appreciate that.
I mean, no problem at all. I just want to say I'm very proud of you. I hope that we keep going on this crash course to success because we're doing great things right now. Is there anything else that you would like to talk about?
No, I'm definitely looking forward to the next session.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Thank you.